Okay, so got a request to look at Ripple, where the targets are and why I think there is more upside to come in this one. It's really weird, when you spend all day looking at meme coins and is it cute or not, and is the community really good, and what's the meme about? Going back to talk about utility tokens again is really quite bizarre, but this stuff with the lawsuit being over and everything changing does mean that they still have a function, and I think they are going to be a thing. So either way you look at it, this really long lawsuit with Ripple is over, finally over, done, put to bed, and we can start looking for another swing higher in this one, and there are a lot of holders. Whenever I look at a chart like this, it's had a really nice big rally, and this was a lovely big 50% retrace from this high to low. And then we've had a big three-wave pullback, which is what I always look for. And in Ripple, this is a very nice, very clear one, and we've clearly stopped this downtrend, and this is over. So worst case, this is going to be just a corrective move with a mathematical relationship to this first rally, and best case, this is going to be a really strong impulsive move that will extend beyond this first rally that we made in 2020, 2021. So I have got fib retrace levels on this, and you can see that they are still reacting. So this 38.2 and this 58% should be, support and resistance levels when we get back to them. But this 61.8 should be next. And if we measure this first swing, you could see that's where this swing and this swing would be equal. In between there, this first target is where this swing would just be 61.8 of this first one. So what I mean is, if I measure from this low to this high, project it from this low here for our three-wave correction, this gives us a target zone here between 133 and 143. One thing about fib levels, not all of them are super sharp like this 236 fib is. 38.2 fib, 61.8, they can be very kind of messy, kind of bleed back and forward through the level. Quite often 50% levels are sharp. 786 fibs are super sharp. So up here, if we get up to 2.6, that should be a strong level. So I think that we've got more upside somewhere between 134 and 1.34, sorry, and 1.43 next on the upside. And I would expect this to unfold in 5 waves. So we've got 1, 2, 3. At some point we're going to go sideways in a wave 4 and then do some back and fill before another leg higher. And no matter what we do, I would expect this to unfold in that kind of 5-wave pattern. So we're owed a wave 4, we're owed a little bit of sideways and some back and fill. So we need to kind of be on alert for when that's happening. At the moment we are on the daily sort of going sideways here, so potentially we've started it. If we look at our lower time frame moving averages, and you can see we're kind of going sideways, and this is very nice corrective. One thing, if this is a wave 4, quite often it will make like a triangle or a wedge pattern. That's a very common pattern in a wave 4. So would I be getting out of Ripple here? No, I think if you bought at a good price or you're still holding, wait for it to go sideways. Just be aware that we might do a bigger 3-wave correction in this one. So in other words, if this was, we might, this might be first swing, this is a second swing, we might do another swing lower with a relationship to this first swing. So we could pull back underneath that round number 1 back to potentially 0.868, 0.87, and back test support becomes resistance. I do think that back at this round number 1 though, we might just retest it. It could be really strong support. So I don't know how this sideways correction will unfold, but I do think that as a minimum we should continue higher to that 1.34, 1.4 zone in Ripple. And if we go beyond that or get above it, support becomes resistance. We should continue higher to 2.14 next in Ripple. Just don't expect it to be a straight line up. There will be pullbacks on the way, and I don't really see any reason that this should be the end of this rally yet. For really, there isn't any reason. The future looks pretty good. We just could have a little bit of a shakeout before we get there. Okay.